Hello, this is Mrs. Poland for Algebra 2. In this video, I'm going to go over two problems from the Unit 11 review sheet, specifically the skill finding inverse, and that can be found on problem 13 and 14. So the first thing when I look at problem number 13, I realize it's in exponential form. That means it's a number raised to the base. I replace f of x by y. And then, as we've done in the past, to take the inverse of a function, we switch the x and y variable. And now we have to solve for y. So when you have an exponential function, in order to solve for y, which is in the exponent, you have to convert it into logarithmic form. Remember, a base raised to the exponent equals the result. So if you want to convert that into logarithmic form, you set the exponent is, remember the word logarithm is the exponent, to base b needed to give a result of n. So again, first you switch the x and y, and now to isolate y, we have to put it into this logarithmic format. So this is my base, this y plus 2 is my exponent, and this is my result. So y plus 2 is equal to log base 3 needed to give an answer of x. We're almost done. Now to isolate y, we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. And this is my final answer. Okay, number 14. So we have to also take the inverse of this function. So we replace f of x by y. Notice that the original function is a log function. We now, again, we're taking the inverse, so we switch the x and y. And now we have to isolate y. But in order to isolate y, we have to convert from logarithmic form into exponential form. So again, here's my base, here's my exponent, it's isolated, and here's my result. So I take my base, I raise it to my exponent of x, and that's equal to y plus 3. And now to isolate y, I add 3 to both sides. And you've just converted from an exponential, you converted the log function into an exponential form. So take inverse of the function. So the basic steps is you take the inverse of the function by switching x and y. Two, if the original function is in exponential form, convert to logarithmic form. And if the original function is in log form, convert to exponential form. The key, though, is you have to remember to switch x and y first, otherwise you may get yourself confused. And again, log form is y is equal to log base b of x, and the exponential form is y is equal to b raised to the x. I hope this video is helpful. See you tomorrow.